Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from the Raising Cane studio. It's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. A lot of things going on right now in studio. All the stars aligning, the planets aligning, whatever's aligning for Will Wade to come back to LSU, and this thing's happening fast and furious.
My adrenaline's pumping.
I would be
We
shocked.
feel a little bit better now than we did 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. We're feeling good about it.
Feeling pretty good.
No, my heart
Again,
is pumping.
April 1st, that's the date we kept throwing out there because the buyout would go down. But look, I think in these situations, we've seen this play out a ton because the person that you're trying to bring, they're like, hey, enough is enough. Like, this is too much. Like, I'm coming or I'm not. You got a portal opening up on April the 7th. And so I would be shocked, and, like, this isn't anything I have. This is just dealing with these situations numerous amount of times. That's a $5 million buyout. It goes down to 3 on April the 1st. Probably going to hear it settle for 4 if that does happen. And so I wouldn't be shocked because everybody's like, all right, if this is going to happen, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's make it happen.
That's another $1 million.
At this point.
At this point.
I mean, honestly, what is? Like, what is it? So that's where that's at, and we're going to continue to monitor that. And oftentimes we don't get a chance to do that. We
Very
enjoy
excited.
I know.
a little
I'm
news
like
here in the
literally-
morning.
Oh, big
I
one.
have an adrenaline high right now.
You haven't stopped smiling.
Well,
We can't
first
tell.
of all,
Yeah.
Yeah, big coffee.
I know.
Black
I
ass
feel like
coffee.
I've taken my Vyvanse.
that
I haven't
a
even done it
trinket?
yet, you know?
it's a venti.
It's a vintage.
But I'm
One of the
pumped.
best scenes
also,
ever when
this
Paul Rudd
Hondo
breaks down
Rodeo
the-
game is giving me life,
yeah.
too. This is fun.
The
But
what?
this is fun.
This
is
game
fun.
that we're
Who
playing.
has the next question ready to
So,
go?
Matt does.
I'm ready to roll.
All right.
And we've got a caller.
So we got to give away these tickets, guys.
Yeah.
Like, we're throwing y'all some layups.
Please.
These are softballs.
All right. So we've got caller number 3. I don't know what caller number it is.
Caller number,
Hey.
whatever.
You're on the air. What's your name? Also, are you on Bluetooth? This sounds terrible.
Sean.
Hey, what's
Sean,
up,
what's up, Sean? How we doing?
Good.
All right, you ready to play some little 8 seconds of fame here for some amazing rodeo tickets? You ready to roll?
Yes, I am.
All right, once
right.
I ask you this question, I'm going to say go, and you got 8 seconds to answer this question correctly. Okay. Jacob and I, on this show, we've broken down a lot of last season LSU football. What is the name of the one basic running play in football that LSU did not run one time last season? Go.
Outside zone.
Boo.
No,
Incorrect.
that's like the only thing they ran.
All right. Well,
I had such faith
somebody
in
else
that.
gets a
Wow.
chance. Somebody
All right.
else gets a chance. Here we go. What do you? Taylor,
I
you got one?
Taylor's just,
All
we
right,
gotta
let's-
get it.
let-
All
let's
right,
win these
we got to
tickets.
give these
Let's
away,
win these
please. All right.
Laundry.
Yeah.
Who we got? What's your name?
Hey,
Hey.
Laundry.
Yes.
This is
I'm
this
scared.
Is Scott. This is LSU.
Oh.
All right, Scott. We got faith.
Scott,
All right,
I
My
need you to
heart.
win these. This
All
is
right,
Taylor
Scott.
here.
Here we go,
Okay.
Scott.
Come on, Scott. I believe in you.
Where did Nick
Sorry.
Saban coach before he got to LSU?
Michigan State.
Ah, let's go. Okay. Okay.
Damn old rodeo.
Okay. I'm gonna put you on hold, and then I'm gonna get
Yeah.
your info.
Okay.
And then you won 6 tickets to Hondo Rodeo, April 10th through the
This is
12th.
unbelievable.
VIP tickets.
Oh my.
Let's go. Congratulations.
Hell yeah,
Congratulations.
Well-
let's go.
well
Okay,
done,
okay.
sir. Well deserved.
Well done.
Well
Well
deserved.
done. I think Taylor was like, all right, we're done.
No,
Yeah.
literally.
He's like, I'm
James.
pulling the plug on this one.
I was gonna throw an easier one, but I
Yeah.
was like, we'll just do that. Let's just get that, knock it out.
All right, we're gonna do this again. We're gonna be giving out these tickets.
You know what we should have done?
What?
Oh, we're going to be doing it again, maybe?
We're gonna do it
Okay, I'll
again.
save it for that. Then.
Okay.
Wait, I thought we were giving out one pair
No.
or one thing of 6.
I don't know. We'll figure
Well,
that
no,
out.
it's We have more tickets to give
Got
away.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
But for today, it was 6
Got
tickets.
you.
Yeah.
Got you. I got a question that if you're a true OTB listener, you know the answer to.
They should have known power.
Yeah, the power we have. Yep. I mean, to be fair, like we have a Jonathan Moxon jersey in front of us every day. Like there's a
RIP.
couple, but look, it's you get put on the spot.
It's
You know,
tough.
the lights get turned on.
Like that's when the rodeo guys are feeling.
That's
8
right.
seconds.
That's right. They're sweating.
They're sweating a little bit.
All right, we got to play catch up a little bit here because we've neglected some things. Rejuve Me Medical. Go to RejuveMeMedical.com. If you
Not
want
us.
to feel like you could ride a bull because you feel so youthful, you should go see our friends over at Rejuve Me Medical. 13 locations. They got locations throughout the state of Louisiana. And if you're listening to us in Louisiana, there's a convenient location for you. So if you're listening to us up in the Port City, they have got you covered. Certainly in Baton Rouge, Metairie. I mean, locations across the great state of Louisiana. Go to RejuveMeMedical.com.
Yeah, if you want this like new Will Wade feeling all the time, you want to feel like your youthful self. They want a little that energy boost. So go to RejuveMeMedical.com. Check out all the things that they do, all the services that they provide, all medically supervised, all done the right way, the best in Louisiana. So go check them out, RejuveMeMedical.com. Well done, Scott.
New Scott.
I don't know why I got scared when they were like, Alondra. I thought I was about to get cussed out.
I thought you were about to.
Alondra.
I thought they. Yeah, something was about to happen.
I know. That was scary.
Yeah. I saw all the bad decisions you've ever made go through your head, thinking which one was about to come out.
It's like getting called the office. Uh-oh. Which one did they catch?
All right, again, 34 minutes ago on 3,
Got that song on?
I do, yeah.
Play it.
NC State head coach Will Wade expected to leave for LSU.
Turn it up.
Let the rain
Let's go, Will Wade.
wash away all the pain of yesterday.
Sing it.
I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming.
Let's go.
All right, so again, this is 34 minutes ago. That is a report from On 3, and we've talked about it all morning. This is something that has not really been a secret. It's been talked about, but it is getting closer and closer, and those stars are aligning, and it's going to happen sooner rather than later. That April 1st date feels like it is so far in the distance you will never get there because, well, there's some pressure from both sides, and so you're starting to see that. You're starting to see the dominoes fall, whatever you want to use to say it. And Will Wade, 105-51
Let's
in his
go.
career at LSU.
We take. Hey, we are so back, baby. We were talking about it before the show. We're either going to care or we're not going to care. Just going to be a little lanyap. Well, guess what? We got a little lanyap here. Now we are. We're in, baby.
You know,
we're back.
I think the
Basketball.
thing
Dribble
that
heads.
if Will Wade is in fact back to LSU that brought him here, he was at NC State. What's their mascot?
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack. What did he hear us do? Howl.
Wow. Did
Like,
we?
you know, I'm at the Wolfpack, but there's other wolves that
Yeah.
I think I need to be closer to. This Wolfpack.
Wolfpack. Come on, Will. Join the Wolfpack over here. This one. Once a week during the season.
Give us a good question or two.
Yeah. Wouldn't hurt you. Wouldn't kill you if you said good question every now and then.
Oh, Will's coming on
Oh, he'll be there.
weekly.
Back where I belong.
This
Shout
is
out Diddy.
Shout out. I mean, what?
Let me go ahead and
You
excuse
endorsed
myself
it? Bro, you endorsed it.
I didn't really, yeah.
Go ahead and step away from
Didn't know
this
what I was saying.
conversation.
I'm just excited about Will Wade.
Hell yeah.
What did we talk about earlier? Like, if you have an athletic department, you've got Will Wade, you got Kim Mulkey, you got Lane Kiffin, you got Jay Johnson. I mean, other coaches. So if you're coaching another sport, like, trust me when I say, like, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing as well. What do we talk about often? You really had one program that didn't have what everybody else in the athletic department had. And we could go to all the Olympic sports. We could go to basically every sport. Basically every sport on campus was where they needed to be, or they were over that line. Now, football's got to get back to that, but you've won championships. You still got the buzz. You got Lane Kiffin, yada, yada, yada. Y'all know that. You had one. And so now this puts everybody on their front foot. There's nobody on their heels right now. And now it comes with a lot of expectation. It comes with a lot of dollars and cents. But this is who you want to be, which I can appreciate as an alum, doing everything you can to try to be the best that you possibly can.
Yep.
And if LSU wasn't the villain already, which they were, we are now we are Darth Vader, and that's okay. I don't really care about anybody else. I don't even have to pretend anymore. I don't do college radio anymore. I do NFL. I don't even have to act like it anymore. It is all LSU for me. Everybody else sucks. I don't care.
Period.
The Tigers are good. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I don't care about nobody else. If you hate us, that's great.
Give me all the
That
black
means
hats.
we're doing all the things we're supposed to be doing. So
What's
here
the
we
old
are.
saying?
Give me all the black hats.
Don't write any checks that your ass can't cash. Well, we're cashing them.
Yeah.
Sorry
Well,
about
that's
it.
that's the thing, right? Like Jake just mentioned,
That's what they said
You
in
had-
Top
you had-
Gun. Yeah.
you had one thing missing as far as like elite coaches that energize fan bases. There was one piece missing to that puzzle. Will Wade is that final piece. And like, look, whatever you think of Will Wade as a coach, I don't know why you wouldn't like him as a coach. He won a hell of a lot of games here, but Will Wade's going to bring excitement back to the PMAC. And for someone that watches every game and has watched his team lose a lot every game the last 3 years, if nothing else, it's going to be exciting. If nothing else, it's going to be like you can walk in that PMAC and be like, this is a basketball
There's going to
arena.
be butts in the seats.
There's going to be butts in the seats. Maybe not. They all going to be standing up. Will Wade's
true.
first game. I mean, he's gonna bring the energy here, man. And
They're going to be playing Break Your
It's-
Neck.
Oh, yeah, they'll be
It's
standing.
exciting.
Break
Blah, 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 blah. Annie up.
They're not going to be playing neck. They'll be playing break your neck.
Yeah. Break your freaking
I
neck.
mean, honestly,
We all had a heart attack yesterday.
Because it was a hard F.
It was a hard F.
Hard F.
Tyler Shuck was listening.
Bro.
Like, please do it. Please
Come
do
on,
it. Please
do it.
I still don't think Tyler Shuck even knows or remembers that he did that. But look,
That was the
T-Shuck,
first one.
Oh, man. I can't
T-Shuck
wait.
comes on the show. We don't really care.
I can't wait.
We're not worried
Oh,
about
I
it. man.
can't wait for like the people that have like just been like, it's impossible. He's not. Why would he come back? Why would he do that? All right, you're about to cope so hard, bro.
Come so hard.
You're about to cope so hard.
Get your popcorn.
Can't wait.
Imagine, like,
He's
yes,
coming.
Lane Kiffin's
Natty year one,
arrival.
right?
Natty year one
Oh,
in
Lane-
all sports.
All sports.
Lane
Lane's
Kiffin's
getting
arrival.
a natty.
Well, yeah, he played California Girls
Yeah,
when I got out of the car.
Lane's
the other
getting
day,
a
so-
natty. Will Wade's getting one. Kim's gonna get one, and LSU's just winning natties next season. All of them.
I also think that the SEC might get a little bit easier next year in the basketball front. I don't know
For
why
LSU.
I don't know why Nate Oates wouldn't take the UNC job. I think Nate Oates should take the UNC job.
Dusty May's going to be up for that too.
Yeah,
Michigan.
there's some guys up for it, but I mean, if you're offered, I don't know why you wouldn't take it. So the SEC, we'll see. Maybe he does stay. It might be a little bit easier, but yeah, I mean, Lane Kiffin, when he got here, I mean that blew up, right? Like everybody met him at the airport and all this. Well, Wade's gonna be similar.
Oh,
I mean, think about the people that have been begging for this guy to come back for 4 years now. Like it's gonna be big time.
Yeah, there was people that watched LSU basketball, that spent money to go to LSU basketball, that didn't miss LSU basketball because of Will Wade.
Yeah.
And those people weren't there before. They left after.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are going to come back.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we had a student section when Will Wade was here.
Yeah.
An electric
Crawfish
one.
pot and everything.
You didn't have to bribe them with free T-shirts
Yeah.
and say
Please
you can't
stay
get
the
'em-
whole game.
and say you can't get them till the third quarter now
I mean,
because that happened.
it's a good move.
yeah, I know.
You know,
Yeah.
It is a good move, but you
I like
shouldn't have to make it.
ain't no T-shirt like a free one.
If it's free, it's me.
God, but they're so, stiff.
Some of them are.
If you get like a 50-50,
Like a free hat, no way. You can't wear
no,
a free hat.
free hat's not
I
going
ain't
to
gonna
fit
fit my
either
hat.
one of these heads.
Free shirt now.
Yeah.
Sometimes they got that cotton poly blend.
Very rarely. But if you do,
A lot of
find
them
it-
are like, you're right.
lot
A
of
lot
them
of
are
them are
cardboard.
110% cotton.
If you find it though, that's your favorite shirt. Like you find that perfect blend, you're wearing it all the time.
Oh, yeah. It hits.
What a day.
What
Life
a
is
day.
good. The
Oof.
birds are singing.
We're
The
giving
sun
away-
is shining.
Yeah.
Giving away tickets. Will Wade. I don't even know what else happened.
Who cares?
Like
Oh,
Jim
this-
Mulkey says about our team's performance, I want to bottle this feeling up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to bottle this up too.
Coming home.
That's a perfect song.
Yeah.
Home.
I
I'm glad
I was
saw that
able
text.
I was able to be in the Madison Square Garden when Carmelo Anthony got traded to the Knicks. And he was going back there, and they played that song.
That's awesome.
It was incredible.
Song will give you some chills if you got something.
Yeah, you're really coming home.
Something that's actually coming home. You're playing it for a reason. Goosebumps.
All right, let's go ahead and take a break. Regroup. We'll come back. We still got plenty of time here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com. Gulf Coast Office Products, your leader in office solutions. Multiple locations, 4 to be exact, here in the state of Louisiana. And look, there's a reason why the Tigers, the Saints, the Pelicans, the Raging Cajuns, all these teams trust Gulf Coast Office Products. They know that when you need something, it's one call. It's not 7 times to get transferred. It is literally one call. It gets done. So it's not just, you don't have to be a sports team either to get that kind of service. If you're a bank, engineering firm, law firm, university, whatever, if you deal in documents, you should only deal with Gulf Coast Office Products.
Well, one of them Cajun basements. One-person office. Little room above your garage.
That's a office above in a garage. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if it's a one-person office, two-person office, how about a 1,000-person office? It doesn't matter. They are the perfect fit for you. An office of any size. Keep your office running. Copiers, printers, scanners, no matter. Keep that paper trail running with an award-winning service team. GCOPnet.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane's studio. Always excited to catch up with our next guest every single Thursday here on OTB. The head baseball coach of your LSU Tigers, Jay Johnson, joins us now. Coach, we always appreciate time. Hope you're doing well.
Doing great. How are you guys?
Doing fantastic. Always, like I said, excited to talk a little LSU baseball with you. And like we always talk about, Coach, you just faced the number 7 team in the country last weekend. You're going to face another ranked team coming up this weekend. But this one is a completely different team. Now, a team you know very well, but they got a little bit of a different style with them. And so, Kentucky kind of brings some different challenges.
Yeah, no doubt. Nick is one of the best coaches in the country, if not the best, in my opinion. He's done a great job there, basketball school, and got him to Omaha as a baseball program. Played in the super regional here against us a few years ago. They have a good niche, do a good job evaluating players in the portal, and good coaching staff. So this is kind of one of those years they feel like it's their year too. So good challenge, old team. Looking forward to it. I feel like this will be another good test, obviously. There's certain things in the series we need to do well to be successful, and we'll have the team lined up to do that.
Coach, a little bit off track of just strictly baseball out here, just kind of athletics in general. So I don't expect for you to kind of know this, but a lot's kind of been happening this morning on the LSU athletic world from some maybe on the coaching front and some other sports. What does it mean for you to be at a school that cares so much and gives you all the resources that it does to be successful?
Yeah, I say this all the time. I had a great job at Arizona. I mean, if you ask me, young Jay Johnson, baseball coach, growing up in the profession, what was probably my dream job, I would have said the University of Arizona. Yeah. And that would have been 1,000% true. And, when this deal came up and how it came up, it was like, okay, if I don't do this, this is probably it. I'm still relatively young, 44 at the time. I'm probably, just living my career out at Arizona, which would have been great. Would have been happy. We'd been to Omaha a couple times, but I always just viewed this as the pinnacle of college baseball. Other sports aside, I remember obviously watching you guys and Sugar Bowl winning the national championship, and kind of a random deal. I love college football. I went to the Oklahoma LSU semifinal game in 2019. That was my Christmas present for my wife, and we went there, and I looked out on the field and saw Joe Burrow and those guys running around and the size of the teams, and going, like, this isn't going to be good for the Sooners. And so, like, yeah, it was like a one-of-one type deal. Coach Burtman, obviously, legend. So I love it. And, Scott was great to me here. Verge is great. Obviously, we're in an exciting time right now with, women's basketball trying to get back to the Final Four, and they're starting spring football. And so it's truly awesome.
Yeah. And Coach, you and I have talked about this before. I mean, you're exactly right. It's like one of those jobs, like, you never think it's going to happen. Then when it does, even if you're incredibly happy, like, you go and you accept it if you're willing to accept that challenge of what it is. And, it's sometimes difficult. Like, it's not for everybody. And so that is something that we've talked about. Like, you have to understand, like, what that means when you take a job like this. Every single weekend is going to be a packed stadium. It's going to be a packed house. And the thing we've also talked about, LSU, regardless of the record, you're going to get everybody's best shot.
Yeah, no doubt. And, I get asked about that all the time from my friends out west, because people don't really care all that much about college baseball out there. There's some great teams and great programs and certainly great players, but there's just not the interest level. And I always talk about it all the time. Like, the best part of this job is, like, I'll just say a game we lost last Friday night. It's like we have the bases loaded in the 7th inning and crowds going crazy and behind the team and all of that stuff. Like, you don't get that very many places, maybe like 4 or 5 in the entire country. And, to get people to care about, like, what you're doing is awesome. And as far as the challenge part, like, I'm pretty simple. Like, to me, it all comes back to just, like, executing, recruiting well, executing player development well, executing game fundamentals well. And, for the most part, we've done a good job of that. Hit a little bit of a speed bump with it here recently. But, the good part is, you have so many of these good teams that you're going to play is, like, you can make up the ground. And that's what we're looking for, a good opportunity this weekend.
Well, Coach, I know you know about great expectations and exceeding those expectations. And somebody that came into the season this year with a lot of expectations was Kason Evans. And, kind of toss up whether he was kind of feeling the pressure or kind of stepping into that role the right way. But certainly last week he had an amazing outing. What did that mean for your team and your staff to see him go out there and execute the way that y'all probably believe that he could?
Yeah, he's a dude. I did this for my own, like, to put it in perspective for maybe everybody else, but, like, he's pitched in 24 games here, I think, over last year and this year, and we've won 21 of those 24 games. Like, that's remarkable. And, these guys do come here to develop too. Like, if they were a finished product, then they wouldn't get here. And we've certainly lost plenty of guys in the draft, out of high school, particularly the last couple of years. Getting Kason through that was a big deal. He was able to extend, and the regional final last year against Little Rock, one of the best pitch games, I've ever had a player pitch, and obviously in Omaha against UCLA. And then there's still a different deal in doing that every week. And, I believe it was our job to get him lined up correctly. And, as we've been able to see him more in this role, like, we've done a better job of helping him be lined up correctly. And I think last Thursday was the byproduct of that. Now this Kentucky team will provide, like, a little bit of a different challenge for that. But I have full confidence in him. Like, that's our guy. Like, think about, you guys as players and the great football players that have come through the program, whether it's been like the Honey Badger or, whoever. Like, he's that for LSU baseball. And I wouldn't rather have anybody else out there on Fridays.
Catching up with LSU head baseball coach Jay Johnson here on OTB. Coaches, stay with the rotation, and look, we're never going to ask you to give us anything that's going to give the other team an advantage, so we don't need names here. But when you do have a starter that's going to be out for a little bit, it's not like the MLB ranks where you can go down to the minors, you bring somebody up for a couple of spot starts, and then send them back when your guy's ready to go. So when you have to find somebody to help you out, get through a couple of weeks, whatever the situation might be, what is that conversation with kind of the rest of your staff? Because it's not as easy as, hey, let's go down the minors. This guy's ready to go. He can give us something. Because in college baseball, you've got 3 guys, and you hope they stay healthy. Sometimes it doesn't work out. So when you have that situation, kind of what is the thought process with you and your staff?
Yeah, and, we have been, knock on wood, pretty fortunate here for the last couple years since 24, since Coach Yeski has been here,
Yeah.
we've been able to keep those guys pretty healthy. And hopefully that's a trend that continues. Get a little speed bump here with Cooper. And he's given us, 12 to 15 outs on the weekend and kept us in all 6 games that he's pitched. But, he's obviously not going to be available here for a few weeks. So we're still working through that. I mean, it's not rocket science. Kayson's going to start tomorrow, and then Williams going to start one of the games either Saturday or Sunday, and really proud of his development. And then we have the pieces to, overcome this. When I look at our pitching staff, it's about lining them up correctly because they have the talent to execute. On the position player side, we need a couple guys to, step up and play good, and I think there's more questions on that side of the ball. But on the pitching side, we can overcome this. When you talk about, guys like Sheeran, Guidry, Rizzi, Ethan Plog, Santi Garcia, Cooper Williams, Marcos Paz, Ricken, Zion Theopolis threw two good innings, the other night. Benj, Fontenot, we can overcome this. And, it takes a little planning, and that's okay. Like I said, when you're the coach at the University of Nevada, not at LSU, you're doing this every Tuesday of your life. So, and usually every Sunday of your life. So it's actually not that foreign to me. So.
Guys, let's talk a little bit about the gloves and on the defensive side of the ball. So there's probably been some moments where you'd like for them to play a little bit better. And you talked about the improvements. You're playing a really good Kentucky team, maybe like to play a little small ball. How do you think the matchups, what's those conversations like with your defensive players going into a series like this?
Yeah, we're actually, as soon as I hang up with you guys, we're having a staff meeting and making sure practice is really aligned to, take care of all that they do. I watched the last 5 games that they played, series against Ole Miss, game against Murray State last night. And, you got to get the leadoff guy off base because they could present a lot of problems. The good news is, at least in terms of Kaysen and William, those guys field their position pretty well, which is really important. They've thrown strikes, which is important. And then on defense, it's like we're still kind of working that out. Trent Caraway's done a nice job. We moved him over to second base from third base in several games, and that's actually helped us tighten up the defense. John's made some plays over at third, and so it's just part of the deal. And it's tough, man. I always go back to football. I'm sure, LSU wasn't too pumped when you guys left for the NFL draft going hey, we got this guy and this guy, plugging them in. And defensively, Michael Braswell, third, Danny at second, those guys were unbelievable, and Jared at first. That's the best infield in school history. So, I expected a little bit of a challenge with this, and we just got to keep getting them better.
Hey, Coach, we always appreciate your time. Appreciate you hopping on with us. I'm putting this out in front of you. It's down the road, but on May the 14th, when the Gators come to town, if you need a couple of old meatheads that are Gator haters to get the crowd ready to go before the game, you just let us two know, and we'll be there for you.
Hey, 2 tickets under Jay Johnson. Count on it.
Will call. Let's go.
Absolutely. Hey, Coach, we can't thank you enough. We always look forward to the conversation. We'll see you at the box this weekend.
All right, guys. Sounds great. Have a good day.
All right, you as well. Jay Johnson, LSU head baseball coach. Good enough to join us every single week here on OTB. I mean, they're going to be pretty good tickets probably, right?
Oh, yeah. Dugout.
Hey, Mongo, if you're listening, can we get a couple of jerseys? One that has 15 on it, one that has 18. We don't want our names on them. We want Gator Hater on the back. If you could get that done, and we'll make sure we get the crowd ready to go.
Yeah, Jake. Flynn family of 5, Hester family of 30.
Okay, but Wolfpack, y'all just abandoning the Wolfpack? That's crazy.
No, you're in my 30.
Huh?
He said Hester family of 30. Y'all are in the 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're in the 30.
Friends of fam.
Yeah. Well, just look.
There's a section. We'll take a section. It's a big
Kind of do need a whole section.
I know.
Yeah.
That's the tough part.
Section right behind home plate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I see empty seats there sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, they're always there.
Yeah, it'll be a packed house, but where are those people at? What are y'all doing?
You'll spend a
seats.
lot for those tickets.
Yeah.
Or nobody spent a lot.
It's true.
No, I think they did. They just those feel like probably company seats.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
They're the Champion Club ones.
Yeah, because the stadium will be packed in the outfield down the line.
Yeah.
And, there's
Because those are
I know.
We were watching the game the other day, and
you want to be with the people.
Huck was I want to sit in those seats.
You know where I want to sit?
Everybody does, but
You know whose seats I like? Georgia. where they have like the
kind of underneath. They have the
yes,
club where
I
you
love
can,
those.
Yeah. I remember watching an LSU game, and they were obviously playing Georgia, and Kirby Smart was back there like stuffing his face, and you could see him on the broadcast. Like Kirby was talking to somebody and eating, and you could see him through what you're talking about there.
I'd like to just hang out on top of the dugout, just walk across it.
Or like
I
lawn
mean, is that not what Jay just said we could do? That's
Yeah.
what I heard.
pretty much that's what I heard.
Yep.
Can I call a pitch?
The opposing dugout, so you can jump up and
One
down,
pitch.
scare them a little bit.
If we throw, like, we just want to throw the first pitch to that, right? I know we've talked about that in the past against Florida. We're towing the rubber, though, when we do it.
Yeah, we're not stepping to the front of the mound.
No. No. And I'm probably going to miss, but it's going to be high. It ain't going to be low.
I'm going to throw a circle change.
That's just because that's all you got left. All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane's.
I'm a High Rocks athlete.
Off the bench.
He's a hybrid rock star.
Don't
Harvard
you
Rocks,
dare start
pal.
that. All right, go to getgordon.com, Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You can check out cases they can handle for you, past client results, all right there on the homepage. You can, fill out the contact information. They'll get with you. Make sure you get that consultation set up. If you want to check out what the G Team's got going on with your favorite athletes throughout the state of Louisiana, or just what they're doing in the local communities throughout Louisiana, go to social media at Get Gordon's always going to be the handle there. And you know the area code followed by the 8s already, 888-8888. Get Gordon
easy.
and get it done.
That's pretty easy to remember.
Pretty simple.
888-8888. Doesn't matter where you are in the whole state of Louisiana. That's the number that you're going to dial. So if you've been injured, whether it's on the job, whether it's in a car accident, let the G Team fight for you. Let them go and get exactly what you deserve. So you've seen Gordon McKernan's work in the community with the G Team, all that good stuff. Make sure you're calling them if you need some help right there. GetGordon.com.
He was working through college on my grandpa's farm. I was thirsting for knowledge,
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
and he had a car. Yeah, I was
All right, welcome back in OTB. Always want to remind you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. GoTommys.com, G-E-A-U-X, Tommys with a Y.com is the website. You'll clearly see the difference. Check out a gallery of work that they've got right there, testimonials of past clients as well. All that information right there. GoTommys.com. All right, let's get to one of our favorite segments of the week. We're going to answer your munchie questions with our guy, Chef Michael Johnson.
Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and leave this segment hungry. This is Munchies with Executive Chef Michael Johnson.
Let's eat.
Chef, what's up, brother? How we doing? How we living?
Man, I'm good. How are y'all?
Doing fantastic. Always our pleasure. Glad to have you on. And
Likewise.
I'm actually going to start with one from me and not the chat. And we've talked a little bit about this before, but when you're trying to do the right thing when it comes to eating, when you're trying to, change some things in your life and make sure that you're staying on top of it, they make it really difficult. They make it difficult because eating healthy is far more expensive than when you eat like trash. What would you recommend if somebody's trying to maybe change the way they eat, trying to eat a little bit more clean, and maybe some ways where it's still going to cost more, but it's not going to leave you in the hole?
I think start with small goals. You know what I mean? Like maybe start with, instead of buying canned or frozen veggies, just start with fresh veggies, and that's expensive enough as it is, to be honest with you. Going full on organic is even worse, right? Like if you're trying to go from commodities to organic, that's an expensive move. You can also, though, Jake, just start buying local. And so, for instance, a tomato that was harvested from a commercial place, or a tomato that you get from the farmer's market, a tomato that was harvested from the commercial place was picked while it was still green, so it hasn't fully nutritionally developed, and it's set on a shelf until they're ready to sell it, and then they ethylene gas it.
Yeah.
So that ethylene gas will turn it red and make it look like it's a ripe tomato, that it's been vine ripened, but it doesn't actually have the full nutritional value that it's supposed to. Whereas if you go to a farmer's market,
those tomatoes stay until they're ripe. The farmer picks it when it's fully developed, and it has more nutritional value to it. So, small things like that, and it's educating yourself too, like where you get your stuff from is important. So, I don't know. That's if I would start with small goals,
Right.
just educating yourself on where to find the healthiest foods. Because you're right. You took the words out of my mouth. It's an expensive turn, man. Food is expensive these days, brother. I could go on all day, rant and rave about how, fast food is one of those things too. Like, you can eliminate fast food from your diet. And I think it's how you shop, right? Like, the way they design grocery stores is meant to hold you in place and sell you things that you don't want.
Right.
And there's actually a psychology to the grocery store that you're supposed to only shop the outside of the grocery store where the fruits and vegetables and fresh meats are, and don't get sucked into the middle of the grocery store where all those sweets and sugars and all that stuff is.
But they're so shiny and they look so delicious, Chef.
That's right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Chef, so you're cooking for athletes every single day, a lot of people that want to take care of their body. So you're cooking good, clean food all the time. But when an athlete comes to LSU, they're adults. So I'm assuming they can make their own choices as well when it comes to the types of food. Like, how many different diet fads have you had to individualize or make, like keto, carnivore, like whatever?
All
like
of
these,
them.
like, you've done everything. And does it have to be like approved by the dietitian, or they're adults? They can just decide to do that.
Well, it's definitely something that dietitians struggle with, because it is, and there's 1,000 of them out there, and the more time you spend on social media, the more that show up, right? And so, yes, they deal with it more than I do. Our job is the food science side of things, to make sure that the food is healthy and prepared and ready, and has lots of options for them, because you have different types of food types. The dietitians that really face the brunt of that, the fads of trying to convince them. But an 18 to 25-year-old mind is impressionable, but oftentimes also is set in its own ways, right? And so it is really about an education. They're student athletes, not just athletes. And so we are trying to teach them, and there are very open-minded human beings, and there are narrow-minded human beings, and that doesn't, and that's just in the breadth of the world, not just in the student-athlete world, but that percentage also moves into student-athletes, right? So we have some that come in that have food jags. We have some that come in that are, mom and dad fed them anything they wanted to, and then there's kids where mom and dad fed them only what they wanted, right? And the ones that have only been fed what they want tend to be a little bit more particular about what they're eating, not necessarily in a good way. So there's when you're dealing with human beings, brother, you never know what you're going to get. So it's most certainly the most rewarding side of the job, and it's also the most challenging side of the job.
Okay, what's the most eye-rolling diet fad out there that you've had to cook for?
Heavy eye.
Oh man, I don't know. I think they all make. They they do. The keto diet doesn't make sense to me at all, because ultimately, if you putting your body into ketosis, and there is a negative reaction to that, and it's going to rebound. As a matter of fact, most of those fad diets, there's going to be a rebound if it, if at some point, it's a diet should be a way of life, not a short-term goal, right? And if you're looking at it from a short-term perspective, and when I say short-term, even a few months, if you stop doing that, if you stop that altering of your lifestyle and go back to the way that you were eating, there is a rebound effect. And whether it's a 21-day fast or a 6-month diet, if you don't maintain it, there is going to be a rebound, and oftentimes you find a even greater gain of weight. So, you really do have to focus on changing your lifestyle and making good decisions, and that's where the education side of it is. And it can be a difficult go.
Chef, I do want to go back to my first question, because you mentioned what some stores will do and what they'll put on their products to make them look like they're fresh. And you mentioned kind of some different options for our listeners and for me as well. like here in the Baton Rouge area, like where is somewhere maybe that is convenient to do what you're talking about and shop local and make sure you're getting the right stuff?
Yeah, they have the Bretta Red Stick Farmers Market downtown on Saturdays, and then they have it on Thursdays at Pennington. And I've been to it a dozen times, and there's some great food there. You can buy local meats, you can buy really good foods, you can buy herbs and spices and such. But even knowing the difference between grocery stores, and I don't really want to call out any grocery stores, but I'd say the local grocery stores are going to have more local foods for you than the bigger name chains that don't. Now, having said that, there's the Whole Foods of the world that is what it is. Exactly that. It's organics and whole foods, but it's also expensive. Like I can't afford to eat at Whole Foods. So I really love the farmers markets. You can go down there. You're walking around and just enjoying the people who are there. You're building relationships while you're there. You're talking to the person who's growing it, so you can get information about it. Those are things that are lacking when you walk into the big box companies of the world, and there's nobody around to talk to about the food. So that is one of the things about Whole Foods I do enjoy, is you can always find somebody to talk about what the food is that you're purchasing, whatever it is, and they can give you information about it.
All right, there he is, Chef Michael Johnson, good enough to join us every single week here on OTB. Chef, we always appreciate it, and we always
Absolutely.
look forward to next week.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, folks trying to eat healthy out here, like make it more affordable, maybe. Yeah.
Well,
make it
costs
easy.
a lot of money
make it easier too.
Well, it's cheaper because you can process it.
I know.
With a lot of cheap.
I know, and it'll be on the shelf
ingredients.
longer. I know. But they wonder why. Like people don't do it. It's because it's not easy. Look, you got to work.
Everyone wants that easy button.
I get it.
There's a way to do it.
But people out there balling on a budget.
It's an organic thing. That's the tough one.
Yeah. I roll organic. Just really organic.
Yeah.
Really organic.
Like a lot of times the food industry makes up a lot of buzzwords like that too.
Yeah, they do.
I've been to those food shows where the scientists are there that make up those words.
That's right. All right, we got to take a break. More OTB to wrap it up when we come back here live from the Razor Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. Your one-stop plumbing shop in the entire greater Baton Rouge area. 225-500-0774. 225-500-0774. 24/7, 365. Weekend, game day, holiday, number doesn't matter. They will be there for you if you have a problem. Not only in problems, though. If you're looking to remodel at your home, at your business, Central Plumbing can come in and do that as well. From the very beginning to a remodel, centralplumbing.org.
That's right. And guess what? They're hiring. If they're looking for experienced plumbers, because they're growing, they're taking care of a lot more people, whether it's commercial, whether it's residential, it doesn't really matter. So they're looking for quality licensed plumbers, and they're also looking for a customer service representative. So if you're a people person and you want to work for a great company, if you're a licensed plumber, you want to work for a company that maybe has been in business for 52 years, third generation company, competitive pay, excellent bennies, vacation, 401k, unis, iPads, all the good stuff, and a supportive team environment, go to centralplumbing.org.
I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming home. Let the rain wash away all the pain of yesterday. I know my kingdom awaits, and they've forgiven my mistakes.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right. Welcome back in OTB live from the Razor Cane studio. Matthew, you mentioned that Central Plumbing was hiring. Not the only person that's hiring right now on the OTB squad. There's a group named Pala, P-A-L-A. PalaGroup.com is the website. They also are looking to add to their team. They are 100% employee owned. That kind of rocks. That's not a bad deal.
It's pretty awesome.
Pretty sweet deal. They've been doing it since the 1970s here on the Gulf Coast. PalaGroup.com is the website.
That's right, Pala. And then they are, I told you for the last handful of days, they're absolutely rolling right now. Growing because they do things the right way, and they have a fantastic company. So rolling with Gulf major capital projects all over the Gulf South and the Midwest. And they're looking for experience, looking to bring on some new team members to help grow their business. So experienced operators, welders, pipe fitters, iron workers, project managers, estimators, planners, QC, all the good stuff. So if you're looking to work for a great company that loves to promote from within, and 100% employee owned, it's Pala. They're the best, and they're growing. So go work with the best. Take your talents to Pala. PalaGroup.com, PALAgroup.com. Okay.
All right.
Speaking of
obviously,
new employment,
the news of the
Speaking
day,
of.
and this is the On3 report. That was about an hour and a half ago. NC State head basketball coach Will Wade expected to leave for Louisiana State University. Talked about it for a couple days. Not a great kept secret in college athletics, but it is that alignment is getting closer and closer and closer, and it is close to being official. So, it's nice to get some news here during the morning show.
Is that the
Take
word
that,
of
Murphy, Sam, and Jody? I bet you didn't cover that.
I feel like that's the word of the year, alignment. We've heard that used a lot in these
College
LSU
athletics
coaching
is
moves.
Majorly the most used word that you'll find.
Someone said it in the chat a second ago. If we weren't already, LSU just became the school that nobody's dad would let you date.
You kind of did, right?
It's Mr. Steal Your Code.
Yeah,
Mr. Steal Your Code.
Like Jay's the grounded of the group, and everybody else is just like, you don't know what's gonna happen.
You don't even know.
This is literally my dream come true.
I'm telling you, Jay's got a side of
Oh,
Dad,
yeah.
look at my boyfriend. Look at my new boyfriend. Nope. Not doing him. Sorry. That's LSU.
That guy, no
which-
shot.
No shot.
We love it.
He's too crazy.
I love.
He's too crazy, man.
I love where we're at. A little chaotic energy. You never quite know, but you know it's going to be fun. You know it's going to be good.
We don't know what's going to happen.
This is my Super Bowl.
It's going to be electric.
It absolutely is.
take
Hey,
it,
good
bro.
luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Go USA.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BayouAutomotive.com. BayouAutomotive.com. Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Ford. They have got you covered. If you're looking for that Black Widow, I promise you, this is not lip service. I promise you, it is going to be the best decision that you've ever made when it comes to a vehicle. It has every feature. It's a showstopper on the road, and you're going to have something that nobody else has. And nobody does that package like Bayou Automotive. So go to BayouAutomotive.com. Find that vehicle for you. They make it easy. You buy a vehicle from them, they're going to bring it to you. You buy a vehicle from them and you need maintenance, they're going to pick your vehicle up, give you a loaner, and then bring your vehicle back. BayouAutomotive.com.
That's right. I know Jake talked a lot about this Black Widow, which is awesome. Gives you a lot of cool points, but they don't just sell the Black Widows. They got cars at any price point. So you go, if you're buying a first car for a 16-year-old, what doesn't matter what it is, they can help you out, and it's easy. Bayou Automotive, BayouAutomotive.com.